roll 'em, control. Hopefully everyone can hear me right now. If you can hear my voice, welcome. We've been trying to fix the audio. So I'm just hoping that's working right now. Are you guys able to hear me? Testing 1, 2. Okay, people say they can hear me. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it as we always do it and knew it to be. This is the stream yard. You didn't even know it was coming. Oh, yes, sir. It is time to get it going. Welcome, all of you. Hopefully, you all have hit the like button coming through the door. You didn't need me to tell you this. Lewis Chapman, you don't believe Kyrie's going to be Hall of Fame? I'll leave you to that. Hit the like button, good people, because we're about to get into this. Strap it up. Get ready. Come on. Now, all of this notions about who's the best and best player in basketball history and all of this nonsense, right? It's all subjective. You can never really determine who's the best player in basketball. And we all agree on that. I just called you, Wack. So you know where I'm at. Now, we can't prove who's definitively the best player in basketball, but we can definitively pick who ain't even close. And who ain't close is that LeBron Ramon James. When I tell you almost every basketball player in the 1990s was better than him, I would take Craig Elo over LeBron. Mark Price over LeBron James. Any day of the week. Now, oh, they trying to mess with the page. Hit the like button then. They trying to come with the freeze. I might have to move up there then. That means they probably messing with the internet or something. Let me move to the front. So they ain't trying to sabotage the stream some more. You know how they do. Hit the like button. The banner is there now, so I ain't got to put up donate to the Cash App. You know my proper Cash App because it's right there in the banner now. The banner has been added. Now, we know LeBron James isn't one of the top players in the league. Period. Now, they did all of this week of trashing Kevin Durant every day. And now the new narrative is Kevin Durant can't win a championship without Steph Curry. Says who? Any team he's on, he has a chance to win an NBA championship because he's that damn good. So they quick to point out that Kevin Durant can't win a championship without Steph Curry. He needs Steph Curry in order to win a championship. But here's what I don't understand from the rest of the people. LeBron James has never won a championship without another future Hall of Famer winning. His first championship, he got Dwayne Wade, Bosh, Ray Allen. Well, Ray Allen wasn't really there yet to the second one, but still. So you see what this is, right? LeBron has never won without a Hall of Famer. Kyrie Irving had to hit the shot to bring the championship home. And you know what he says? He's like, man, I feel like I shouldn't even have hit that shot. That's how bad it was. That's how bad he felt. Then he had AD for the bubble championship. And they put AD in top 75. So he going to the Hall. Straight like that. All right, then say no more. That is incorrect. Giannis Antetokounmpo just won an NBA championship without a future Hall of Famer. That's what makes his championship special. Kawhi did it also with Toronto. But there's kind of an asterisk by it because Kevin Durant was injured, and so did Klay Thompson, and the whole Golden State Warrior team broke down in the NBA Finals. But that's not their fault. They did their job and won it. But, that's always going to be the talk. Mm-hmm. Well, thanks, Cool Eagle. See, most people can't do what you just put right there, Cool Eagle. Most people can't do. They can't go and take the information someone else is saying, go do their own research, and say, well, damn, it ain't like what he's saying is a lie. See, that's the difference from trolling. That is the difference from trolling and actually giving people information. Now, the next narrative everyone is going to say is, who else has won a championship? Everybody wins with at least a Hall of Famers. Michael Jordan ain't win without Scottie Pippen. But you hear that notion all the time, right? Even though I don't think Scottie Pippen is Hall of Fame, he's in there. And people love to tell you Michael couldn't win without Scottie, right? How many times do you hear LeBron couldn't win without anybody else? They never point that narrative out. You talking about Kevin Durant can't win without Steph Curry when LeBron James have not won without a Hall of Fame or super team, period. Besides, let me see. I want to say, nope. Isaiah won with Joe. Joe is Hall of Fame. Dennis Rodman is now Hall of Fame. So those guys all won together. But it takes a team to do it. But my thing is, you use this narrative to tear down people like Kevin Durant. Why? Why you want to tear down Kevin Durant for? You want to tear down Kevin Durant to make your narrative look like it's more real. Like, oh, this is it. This is what we're talking about right here. But you never look at what the narrative really stands for. So if you use this as a negative for Kevin Durant, how are you going to use it as a positive for LeBron James? So if LeBron James can get praised when he goes to another team or he asks somebody to join his team, he gets praised for this. Who's going to join LeBron? This is going to be exciting. Him begging for superstars and all-star players to come play with him. Everybody is cheering every year. Oh man, I wonder who LeBron finna get this year. No criticism. All this clown talk. All this clown action. But when everybody else want to play the same way, now all of a sudden there's a problem. And this hypocrisy is so blatant, nobody else even reveals it. They don't even speak on it. I've never seen this happen a day in my life. I've never seen anybody take as much abuse as what he said. I've never seen anyone take as much abuse as Kevin Durant for the same acts you praise the other players for. The hypocrisy is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Hmm. Well, let's take that back. Back when they won in 2012, LeBron James only had to worry about offense. The defense was played by Dwayne Wade, Bosh, and all the other guys they had on the team. They covered LeBron's weaknesses. That's how they were able to succeed. So LeBron James and all of his weakness, it was definitely covered up by the people that they had on the team. LeBron ain't give no powers to no damn players. The contracts did that. What the hell you mean? LeBron gave power to the players. He didn't give no power to the players. Just because you LeBron did something, don't try to justify it and make a new name for it. What's up, Jose? He gave no power to no players. All he did was what was best for LeBron. And it was saying, well, if LeBron gonna do it, we gonna do it too. And now everybody mad at everybody else that's doing it, but still praising LeBron when he does it. That's the hypocrisy. That's the problem that we have in this and with what's going on right now. Mike Smith, you sound like a complete idiot. LeBron gave them life. Boy, people say some of the dumbest things I think of. Nobody got more coaches fired than LeBron because he can't deal with a coach or be coached, period. That's why his skill level is almost zero to non existent. Jamie Holmes, he had Scottie Pippen for his championships also. Everybody normally has a Hall of Famer on their team. But what's up, Jonathan? Thanks for the super chat. Exactly. Hit the like button, good people. Well, he need to move on right away. He wants to move on to ownership and be in the front office, making decisions so he can cripple a team and do all this other garbage. LeBron is he's a mess. His ego knows no bounds, it's unchecked. And because you got a commissioner like Adam Silver Slipper sitting up there, this is the narrative that you forced with now. You know, this passive aggressive basketball. Somebody scratched themselves. We got to go take a TV timeout because somebody didn't drop the contact on the floor. You know, we got to watch the replay and see how the contact fell out of their eye. You know, it's passive aggressive basketball, man. It's a joke. How many players went to 10 straight finals? I don't know. Magic went to about 10. But what did you do when you get there? If you go to 10 straight finals, and how many did he win when he was there? Two, three? He win three times? If Michael Jordan go to 10 NBA finals, how many championships Jordan gonna win? About 10, right? If Kobe went there 10 times, how many championships Kobe gonna end up with? Kobe was there what, 7 times? Right? Kobe went there with like 7 times, right? Yeah. Kobe was in the NBA finals 7 times. And he was 5 out of 7. If he went 10 times, he would have about 7, 8 rings, right? LeBron go 10 times. He end up with what, 3? What, he 3-9 in NBA finals? If you want to add that bubble crap, he 4-10. He's 4-10. What's up, cool?
Hey, so man, like you know me, man. Like I used to always come on your lives and be like, "Oh yeah, LeBron, man. Like why you hating on man?" But then I just thought about it, man, and then I was like, "Well, I mean, like maybe there's some truth in what he's saying here because like you can't be the best player on the planet if you don't play both sides of the ball,
Thank you.
and like it makes sense now why I'm such a huge fan of Giannis Antetokounmpo
Right.
because he's what a two-time defensive player of the year, like Finals MVP, and all in a short amount of time, and like 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 just LeBron as a person now. I mean, like as a kid, like that's all they fed me. Like it's LeBron. Like I got the shoes, I got the jerseys, of course. So like that's all I knew. But as a person, I saw that he was really only interested in the people. Which is really what it's about. It's about the people. Like he wasn't really interested unless it benefited him, which is why like I saw why he never like address the Jalen Walker shooting, even
Mm.
though there are opinions about that, like the situation in Akron, Ohio, about the highest eviction rate, about how,
Tamir
like,
Rice, the same thing.
yeah, I mean, and it, it's just like now, like, I'm just at an impasse at you know, in my older self. I'm just like, wow, Uh, so like LeBron was never all that in the first place. It was just what the media was putting out there, about the LeBron school, which he doesn't own because it's not a charter school. So
Right.
he has no say in it. Like that's all about the state. And as we know about the state of Ohio, like uh they could care less about what's going on in Akron. So uh, like it was hard to come to realization. Obviously, so I did not want to admit that you were right about this. Like, I did not want to do it, but the research that I was seeing on SI sports bloggers who like who watched LeBron since high school, like are saying that like LeBron hasn't been a good defender since like 2012.
Yeah,
Like
that time.
like what I'm
I
saying, like that was 2 years
He
ago.
never really was a good defender. He was just really athletic and he would get
Yeah,
chased down blocks. He would chase people down and use his athleticism. But as far as having good balance, footwork, rotating, using his legs, I mean, people could get by LeBron James. And it was
yeah,
very easy to get by LeBron. Even Kobe was saying how he was surprised how he was able
yeah,
to do whatever he wanted to do with LeBron, being how big he was. LeBron didn't like physical contact. So he said, I could be real physical with LeBron. I could move him with my elbow and everything. I'm like, why is he allowing me to do this? And it baffled him. But when he did the book, when he broke down how he like studied everybody, with LeBron, he knew he could pretty much do what he wanted to in the post. With LeBron, he just body him up and get physical, and LeBron wouldn't want that. So they would switch off and have somebody else's, guard Kobe. But when LeBron guarded him, he tried to take LeBron off the dribble, do whatever position he wanted, and get to different spots on the court because he knew he could. It was really
yeah,
easy for him.
yeah.
LeBron James has always been that type of player to where if the situation calls for, he need to have a player on that team to do the dirty work. The guy that's going to switch over and help him out on defense. He always had to have a defensive presence. Miami
Yeah.
Heat had a couple of guys on that team that played defense and was dedicated. So they would cover up for LeBron. Like D Wade did it a lot. And
Like
that,
with bad news at that,
yeah,
man. Like to me, like I felt like because originally, like I was a Dwayne Wade fan, so so to me, I felt like like LeBron kind of wasted like 1 or 2 years of Dwayne Wade's career, like making him do all that work, especially in that Dallas Mavericks finals when like
yeah,
the Dallas Mavericks didn't even have that many Hall of Famers on there, and and like you had Dwayne Wade scoring like 25 points a game, just taking to the rack every time, and then like he had to go back like I had to play defense against Juan Barrera and Jason the Jet Terry. I mean and I don't think people like see that, and it's just like like me going back and seeing that in the interviews with Kobe Bryant and what other players have to say about him as a player, like not necessarily like on the offensive side, because obviously he's big, so what I mean. Obviously, like he's gonna
right.
get by a lot of people, but like defensively, like he would just literally just be like, okay, go ahead. I mean, which is not what you're supposed to do, and yeah, I mean, like he did get like a lot of coaches fired. Like if you really go back into his Cleveland years, like you
Yeah.
know. like why the GM said all those horrible things about him, like he left to Miami, like he just all makes sense. Like LeBron, as great as people say he was, like he kind of like backstabbed a lot of people. Like it kind of like ruined some careers and like had people fired. And like that's what it's just making me, in my older self, not being a kid, just I was like, oh my God, LeBron James and 4-6 in the finals. Like it's just like when you just break it down, it's really not all that is, like cracked up to be if you just really look at it.
Yep, and I agree. What's up, Jose?
Well, let me just say this. He's not think a team better. Kobe think Falcons got out better.
Yeah,
He think Lamar Odom better. Michael Jordan made Scotty better. Uh, Isaiah Thomas made a lot of players better. Magic Johnson made James James Worthy better. Who has LeBron ever made better in his career? Once once they ended up on his on his team.
I agree.
You're right. He never made any of those players better. I mean, you just named a whole lot of players that they made better, but it's even better than like it's even deeper than that. They made like all the role players better, like players that wasn't like James Worthy. He made Kurt Rambis look good. He made,
Right.
like you could make a player that would normally get 4 or 6 points a night. You help them make it easier for those guys to get buckets. Like that's what made Isaiah great. Like the Detroit Pistons was like as a talent wise, like that team put together without Isaiah, it wouldn't work. Like that team would not work. He could help
Right.
big man. He could help James Buda Edwards get some easy ones. He could help Rodman and Sally just get dunks and easy looks because you can't double team Isaiah because he could dribble out of a double team. Magic Johnson could not. If you get Magic Johnson and double him, Magic ain't the type of he had a ball control handle, but he'll have to pass it, and he would be looking to pass it. If he see the second guy over there, he knows somebody open. So Magic gonna swing the ball, but Magic can't dribble out of it. That's not his name. Isaiah, you can't trap him because he can still keep his dribble. You cannot. That's like Kyrie Irving. You can't double Kyrie. Kyrie still can keep his dribble, and no
Mhm.
foul. And so it's dangerous to double Kyrie Irving. So you have to guard. You have to double under control. You can't press him because he can cross in both of you guys and still get to the cup. That was
Oh,
Isaiah. So his eyes is always alert, but Kyrie's more of a scoring guard than Isaiah was. Even though Isaiah could do that, Isaiah was more a facilitator and more ran the point, and he could see the whole court and just understand it well. And LeBron has never been in that position. I mean, his thing is he's never really been coached because he's normally had his athletic ability to get by, and all he thinks about is offense. So they cater the offense to LeBron's style of play.
And they forget about defense.
Well, that's we're gonna get to that. He was never coached that. He just uses athleticism. So in high school, they teach you the basics of defense. But when you have athleticism like LeBron, you can get back, you could jump. You when you get beat, you can recover because you have this great athleticism. That's cool. But it's like Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones was just in the boxing ring doing what Roy wanted to do. But when he got older, all of those things slowed down. And he had to go back to his fundamentals, and he couldn't do that because he skipped a lot of those fundamental things. Just use his athleticism and it's just pure God given talent. And that's what LeBron has. He has for his size to be that athletic and fast and to jump that high, that's God given ability. Like His dad was about that size. The
What you
same
win?
size LeBron is, same body size, everything. His father was. And the thing is that LeBron looks almost exactly like him. They look like twins. And
Yeah,
his father played basketball and he could jump out of the gym. So the thing is that LeBron has his whole characteristics. And when he came into the NBA, like he didn't even know how to read defenses. He was in the league 10 years and couldn't read how he was being defended. How he didn't know what the Mavericks was doing to him,
right.
putting him in traps and
Yeah,
leading
Giannis is very
where
good.
he couldn't do
I
anything.
think
Yeah, so they were veterans. Those guys was in their 30s. Kid and all those guys was in their 30s. And that's another guy, Jason Kidd. You know, I'll rank Jason Kidd over LeBron because Jason Kidd, his ability to make people better was incredible. He went to the New Jersey Net and led them to 2 back-to-back NBA finals. You know, they didn't win it because they were going up against Shaq and then Tim Duncan the next year in the Spurs and the Lakers. But the thing is, they was a big man away from winning a championship. That was all they was. And they had all that talent. They had Kenyon Martin, Vince Carter, Kerry Kittles. And once they got Jason Kidd from Phoenix, that was it. He
Yeah,
started running like crazy.
yeah,
yeah, I mean, like you had like Giannis Antetokounmpo at like age 20, and like I highly recommend that everyone go watch Rise because
Oh, yeah.
like
yeah,
Giannis, and this is why I am now a huge fan of Giannis because of how he came up and the fact that the reason that Milwaukee, well, like part of the reason why they paid him those big bucks is because at a young age, which is something that LeBron couldn't do. If you look at LeBron's entry level interviews, like like he would never just be able to tell you about like what the defense is doing. He would never like just be able to tell you about the traps that are going to set up. Like I mean, and that's something that you also got to look at is how can you be the best player in the NBA if you can't even do that? Like it's just like the NFL example. Like
They
Tom
never
Brady is the
did
best
that.
quarterback
Not
in
to
the
cut you off,
NFL.
cool, but they never did that with LeBron.
what do you mean?
They never had him sit down and show him film and say, hey, look at this is what we're running. This is, like, what would you do here in this situation?
Hold on,
They never did that with LeBron.
let me come back in. My mic is tripping out. Give me one moment.
You guys,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
so they never did that
yeah,
with LeBron. They never sat down and when what Giannis did in the movie Rise, I guess everybody need to
you're
watch
talking
that
about.
on Disney Plus. Watch Rise. It's the story of the Antetokounmpos, his whole family, and what
The
they had to go.
Hamilton Brothers.
Yeah, it's a great movie. But the thing is, that really happened. And that was the reason why he was selected. It's because they said, man, out of everybody we sat down and ran this with, Milwaukee is one of the rare teams that actually did that.
Joe Cool?
What's up, Joe Cool?
What up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
What's
All
up, man?
right. You in another spot now, Joe Cool.
Yeah, I'm at work.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and in the movie Rise, they were one of the only teams that did that. That sat down and said, "Hey, what do you think about this?" See, they already knew LeBron was going to go with the first pick of the draft, and then once Cleveland got it, they wasn't no need to sit him down and show him no plays and ask him what he going to do. He the number one pick in the draft, so you wasn't even going to do that. Giannis wasn't even sure if he was even going to be drafted. People didn't even realize he never played for that team. Like he never played. He played on the he played like a couple games for the scrimmage. He was supposed to go to Spain. They wanted him to go to Spain and play over there, but he wasn't going to leave his family.
Nick.
He tried to get a visa for them, and then the other guy was trying to screw it up for them because they wasn't using him. And he took the guy that never had a client in his life to represent him.
Yo,
What up?
What's up, Mr. Sharp? That's what's the difference between Giannis. Giannis could have left that man and cut him off. Like that dude was like, look, man, I'm gonna get you to the money. Like, just you don't need that guy. Cut him
Hold
off.
on. Yeah.
You know, like that guy, but that guy gonna fight for you. That guy was fighting for him all
Right.
that time.
Yeah. And Giannis actually has a personality too. Like I don't think people like just really like watch Giannis in like post game interviews. And like just even on social media. I mean, Giannis is who Giannis is. Like Giannis doesn't try to pretend like he's a social activist. Like he doesn't try to pretend like he's, like just above anybody. Like, like just compared to LeBron. Like even if you go back to, like half a decade ago, like LeBron is like has only been about like what can move him forward, in his brand. Like that's why he never spoke up about social issues, even though he says he's a social activist. So, I mean, that is another reason why I think that people like. I mean, like, I feel like it's okay to like disagree, but at the same time, you also have to do outside research. Like, I look at SI articles. I look at like sports bloggers who've been following LeBron since he was in high school, who are telling you that like LeBron doesn't play defense. He hasn't played defense for a while, and it's arguable to say that like he cannot be called the best player because he doesn't play both sides of the ball, and the fact that
Right.
now, like nowadays, like you can call him a clout chaser because like that's what he does. Like he is a bona fide clout chaser because he only wants to talk about things that will move his brand forward instead of actually like investing back in the people who got him there. Because the people of Akron are the ones that got him there. And like he
Right.
hasn't dealt with that eviction rate, like the post COVID damages that most of those people like are facing over there with the whole uh just like the whole corporate gentrification, like no one's talking about that, and LeBron's not either for a reason because like that will put him in a negative light, which is why he played that Drew League game because someone finally called him out. Like, wait a minute, like you ain't say jack shit about this issue over here, but you talking about something like about like what these Caucasians did over here, but you like, but
Yeah,
You okay?
right,
LeBron don't know what he's
You
talking
all
about,
right?
Is
man.
that
yeah.
anything?
And Golden Eagle, you wrong. He was only on 3 defensive teams,
The,
all time defensive teams. He was only on 3 of them.
Right.
the last time he played defense, man, was against D Rose 2010.
Nah, he
Something like
played defense in high school. He ain't never played defense.
even in the
I
playoff.
mean, and a lot
No,
of those rewards are, popular because I still don't know how. Again, I can see how he made those like defensive first teams if you really consider who was even around like during that time. But it's
He
just
only
like,
made the defensive first team twice, and then he was like second team or something like once. He never was. He
because of
never
his
was
name.
on
He
there.
got on
Yeah,
them teams because of his name.
yeah.
He ain't
That's
done,
about
man.
it. Like this year, he was third team All NBA,
How?
but he averaged almost 30 points a game. But
With
he
like
was
7
third
turnovers.
team All NBA. That lets you know he was stat padding.
All his fans can gloat and put him on that pedestal as much as they want, but Steph Curry did his whole career in 6 years.
Yep,
yes,
his whole
and
Flat
career
probably
out.
gonna do it
was
again
6 years.
next year because I don't see nobody in the West because like I don't know about Denver. I mean, like I don't know what's up with MPJ and those guys over there. Memphis is still young. The Timberwolves are dumb
The
and young,
Clippers,
which is not a good combination. Uh, I mean,
the Clippers,
Like Steph Curry possibly could win 2 more championships, like when this is all
I
said
can
and
see that.
done,
Yeah.
laughing
I can see it.
LeBron twice.
Yeah.
But I'm about to get out of here, man. Like y'all have a nice rest of y'all's day. I gotta get back on the
There
job
you
yeah.
here,
go,
but
man.
y'all take it easy. Shout out to Saxon, Cino, everybody in the chat, man. Like, y'all take it
Thanks,
easy.
cool.
Shut
I
up.
got off. I got off early today, man. I'm happy as hell.
I woke up early.
And the only thing LeBron fans can talk about is his stats. They can't even break down his game, man. Like it's
Because he
funny.
ain't got a game.
Yeah. He never wanted to learn how to play the game the right way. He never did.
Exactly.
He felt like
That's
it's
the
not.
thing. No,
Did y'all
everything
hear?
had to be adjusted to him. Scotty Barnes just won Rookie of the Year. Well, I mean, I don't. That was obvious. that he was going to win Rookie of the Year. I
Did y'all hear
didn't
that?
anybody else that could have got it. We'll see what happens with him. Like, could he stay healthy? You know, I'm thinking he's only going to get more into his physical body, his physical NBA body. You know, as he keep playing and working out, so he should be all right.
Did y'all hear that interview with Gilbert Arenas? I forgot it was on what it was on, but he was just talking about how when he saw LeBron, when he first met LeBron and stuff, like and he first came over to LeBron's house to play cards. LeBron had like 8 TVs set up, like studying all this film and stuff, and his wife was helping him take notes and all this. It was funny. It was crazy as hell.
That was on the
I don't know. Whatever Richard, whatever Gilbert said, you can. I was going to say Richard Jefferson, but it's all whatever they say, you can't take it at face value. It's all fake.
His name is Gilbert. Come on, man.
Exactly. You can't.
Gilbert.
They say. This man yesterday just telling me, how dare you go against DJ Vlad and all them people, man? What's wrong? Hey, he's one of those people that's gonna be, man. How you definitely? He was one of them people. If they had Gilbert back in the slave area, man, you'd be, man. Why y'all want to go and upset Master?
How did sir?
Right.
Yo, Cino, I gotta
beat us once a week. If y'all just be nice.
Yo, Cino, I got a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
First, I want to say appreciate you for letting the public on the panel. You ain't got to really do stuff like that. But all right, so I understand. I understand how you say LeBron. I've watched him play back in the day, and to now, he's never really engaged himself on defense. I've seen that. I've seen him just let dudes. You know how Kwame Brown says 2-9 in the paint. He don't do none of that. I understand you on that. But I got a question. So if you work for one company and you making okay money, you're not really moving up, you just right here. But it's another company where you can move up, you can make more money, and you can further your career. What's your choice? Are you going to stay stagnant, or are you going to go to another company where you could further your career and, make more money, get more business ventures?
But are you gonna win?
It all depends on what the person wants.
Right.
Like, some people don't want that. Some people actually just like to stay right where they are.
Exactly.
Some people value time. Some people value time over money.
So it all depends on, like, some people might be ambitious. They might want more. Other people just like, I'm cool right here. I don't really want more. I'm cool just right where I'm at. And there's some people like that in the world. So not everybody's gonna like the same things. But
definitely,
LeBron could, like, when he went to I have no problem with LeBron making moves to leave Cleveland and go to Miami, do whatever thing he wanted to do. I have no problem with that. If he wanted to leave and do all this stuff, the thing is, they're changing the rules of the game for him. They've taken the defense, they've made it easier for LeBron to get to the basket. They allow the push off now is more than ever because he can't get by people anymore. So they've taken an extra defender out of the paint. So that's why you see when people go into the rim, it's only like one guy there. So there's nobody at the rim no more because they've made it a penalty to have it that crowded. You're gonna get a penalty for saying, illegal defense.
Right.
You guys you can't be over there. Now the power forward has been removed. So they've weakened the game to make him shine more because that's the only way that he'll be able to get his points and do the things he's doing. Because if that's what I'm saying, in the 90s, he would just be a role player. Because he has no basic moves. He has no footwork. His footwork is terrible.
He is Charles Smith.
He has no inside game, man.
Exactly. And pardon me real quick. I don't mean to interrupt anything. What's going on, y'all? Once again.
No, you all good, bro.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, and also, just to add on to what y'all, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, all right, cool. So just to add on to what y'all basically what we all been saying for years about LeBron. also the fact that LeBron is somebody, he can't read defenses very well. People always want to argue that LeBron, his IQ is off the charts and all that crap. If his IQ was so off the charts, then he would have easily been able to read the fact that the Dallas Mavericks were playing his own defense on him, and he wouldn't have been able to struggle against it. But seeing as how LeBron has really no moves and he really has no handles to really get by his defender, he couldn't really do anything to offset that.
They did a lot of different things to him. The Matrix had him the most, and the Matrix locked him down.
Yeah.
And they were physical with him, and they changed the angle. They put a smaller guy on him, like Jason Kidd picked him up a couple times coming down the lanes, because now you got a smaller guy to pick up the ball. So that makes him pick up the ball, and they made him pick it up, and they would move him left. And then they would let him believe the lane was open, and then trap him over on the left side and try to get him close to the baseline to where he would have to turn around and shoot, and he wasn't comfortable shooting over there.
Right.
So he's gonna swing the ball around. So now you think LeBron and killed about 14 seconds off the clock. So now back then it's 24 seconds. So by the time it get to somebody else, they got like
the clock then basically ran out. So they really don't have much options to actually, move.
Right. And in the finals, this is why they were losing these games, and it was driving Wade crazy.
Yeah, that's about
because Wade is like, look, man, you got the ball in your hand the most.
Yeah.
So Wade tried to bring the ball up some and saying, okay, I'm gonna bring the ball up, and then I'm gonna get the ball to Bosh, because Bosh wasn't getting any touches the way he should.
Right.
So Wade started bringing the ball up, and that's what the way they should have been doing it a long time. So Wade, after that, going into the next season, Wade told LeBron, this is what's going to happen. We're going to play your way. Because the Miami Heat playbook is about this thick.
Damn.
It's about this thick, and they don't play games. And LeBron didn't know any of them. Exactly. So he knew just a couple of plays off memory just from playing on the court where guys are. So Shane Battier said, I know what your problem is, and I'm going to work with you. I'm going to teach you how to read defense. So so the thing is he can watch tape, but if you don't know what to look for,
what's the point?
Because you ain't paying attention in none of the practices or anything. This is why Doug, when he called LeBron out, he was fired. Immediately fired, just abruptly. Yeah. They were in first place in the East. There was no reason for that man to be fired. They fired Doug Black because Doug Black called LeBron out on his BS. And not only was he fired, he was not hired in the NBA nowhere.
Didn't he go back overseas?
He went right back overseas to coach.
To Israel.
Yep. Because LeBron James, he came in there and he called LeBron out and said, LeBron, look, this is on you. That's you right there. You got to do this. I ain't got to do a damn thing.
You got the coach.
Didn't he try to get the coach fired though?
He did.
Yeah, LeBron did get him out. LeBron left.
He's a coach killer.
Like, hey, if I'm calling him out, I got to call you out too. He's like, all right, we'll see about that.
He a team killer. He a team killer.
He walked out of film room and he went to complain and said that he got to go.
Yep.
And they let him go.
And that's when Tyler got.
And you look at all them years he won't being coached.
Then he tried to get the Miami head coach
and called him out.
He got Mike Brown. He didn't really get. He got Mike Brown fired.
He got Mike Brown fired twice.
Yep. He got Luke Walton. He got Luke Walton out of there.
After he claimed he loved Mike Brown. Oh, I love Coach Brown, man. Man, it's a shame Coach Brown got fired. Then he was coming back to Cleveland. Mike Brown was the coach. He was, I can't play with Mike Brown again. We got to get a new coach. And they was like, we just hired Mike Brown.
Right. Mike Brown made a lot of money, though.
Yeah, I said I loved him in the press. But
off the court.
That. I can't go through that, man. We had to let him go. So they were like, man, we can't hire another coach. Well, Doug Black. Yeah, well, you the coach. We're just going to have to do that because we ain't got no money to be hiring no other coach. That's why that man had the biggest contract in basketball for a coach. He was paid by 3 teams. Yep. Mike Brown, Kobe fired Mike Brown.
I forgot what offense he tried to come with, the parallel offense.
As long as I live, when Kobe looked at him, when he went and called a play, a timeout or something, man, and
he just looked down like
Kobe gave him that stare down, and then it was like that was his last game. He was tired, like
yeah.
Yeah, because they went 0-10 or something like that.
Man,
no, 0
Yeah, well, we know Mike Brown has never been really an X's and O's type coach. He's always been that guy to motivate a team. You know what I'm saying? That's always been Mike Brown's his role in in the team. So of course,
so Paul Silas got fired. Everybody get fired. Paul Silas got fired. Mike Brown got fired. Doug Black got fired.
Okay, I got another question. I want to get y'all opinion on. Okay, so when the Brooklyn Nets was going against the Milwaukee Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals, and Giannis, when Kyrie went into the hole and went up, and Giannis ran under him, like, was that not a dirty play?
No.
Nah.
Put that in the 90s. Was that dirty?
Giannis is trying to make a play. Like Giannis ain't got no.
Giannis is not a dirty player
at all.
that wasn't really intentional.
Like that, he don't even have that into his psyche. You know, like that's what I said. People from y'all gotta understand. If y'all see Rise on Disney Plus and watch his life story, you will understand where he come from. That's why his mind state is different. He didn't grow up here. So his whole narratives is like they have survival. Like him being in the United States is like it's like
Culture
saved
shock.
his family. Like literally saved his family. They were running illegally in Germany, like over there trying to survive. The military, everything, they trying to split them up and split the families up and kick them out. They had to sell stuff on the street.
Over there in Greece?
Texas. Who is this?
Yeah.
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, he's from Greece. But is he Nigerian?
Probably a scam call,
Greece.
Yeah.
Nigeria.
Right, they escaped Nigeria. His parents did. They had to leave his
refugees
brother behind because the little brother was a baby. The little baby brother. They had to leave him behind. And just so they could escape. So they family member raised the youngest brother. They have another brother that was the youngest, and he had to stay behind, so he didn't go to Greece with them. So the mom had to raise them, so she was always feeling bad. She had to leave her baby behind because they couldn't be on the run and have a baby, making noise and all this stuff. They was like hiding and staying in places. So he come from a whole different reality. A whole different reality.
That's somebody you're supposed to root. You root for somebody like that.
Yeah, and I mean, if he didn't make it in the draft, that was it. If the Milwaukee Bucks, it wasn't like he was next in line, somebody else was gonna take him. It was the Bucks or nothing. That was it. They were the only pick that would have chosen him. That was it. All the other guys were like, we can't. The guy, his visa situation, they was on a like his visa thing was a mess. They was like, he's probably in Greece illegally. We got to do some work to try to get his visa in, and he gonna want to bring in all his family. We can't guarantee we can do that. He got some talent, but we ain't got a time to develop anybody. And this, all these other teams, so they were like gonna take.
Just remember his body when he was a rookie.
Yeah, he was scrawny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He was very scrawny as a rookie.
A chance on him when he came in there and they played that tape for Giannis, and they said, how would you do this? Or what would you do here? And he explained it, what he would do. He was the only one. He said, man, out of all the rookies or anybody who came in here, not one of them could make sense out of anything that we were showing them like he just did. See, people didn't realize is that Giannis is smart. Like he was really smart because his parents, they preach education. He had to sleep in the gym just to play on the Greek team in basketball.
Damn.
free.
And what
You
did,
know, like
what did
he's
LeBron do?
yeah, right. Like people don't even understand like what they had to go through. He didn't have any gym shoes.
Come on.
He had to switch shoes with his brother. Like his brother would play and they practice, and then when he get through, he'll take off and give it to Giannis. And Giannis had to come in the game.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
They had one pair of shoes, but they had to split between the both of them. And even though Giannis' feet was bigger than his brother's, you know, they had to make it work.
That's why I'm like, man, I respect the hell out of Giannis.
That's why when he got drafted by the Bucks, that was the shock of all shocks because he had never really played any ball anywhere, and they took a chance on him. So he was never leaving Milwaukee. That's when everybody was like, he gonna leave there and go play with LeBron. I'm like, he ain't that kind of guy.
Hell no.
I'm like, he feels indebted to the Bucks. They saved his life. They saved his family's life. They kept his family together, and his father died after going to see him in a Bucks game. You know, he saw him play for the Bucks for a couple years, and then his father got sick and died. His father did sacrifice a lot for the whole family. So his father was there and did all this stuff. They brought his whole family over and everything, and his father passed away before he won Most Valuable Player. You know, so he never got a chance to see him win MVP. But this is why he was like, I want to win for this city. I want to stay here.
That's why they love him. They love him like that.
All these rumors, like him going to the Lakers to help LeBron. Like, I ain't doing that.
Right.
Shit, he didn't even like the rumors. You know how people just be like, they were like, no, just be quiet. It's good. Don't keep your name out there. Everybody's gonna be wondering where Giannis is going. He's like, I don't like that. Like, I don't want nobody like wondering where Giannis is gonna go. Like, why are we doing
That's
that?
crazy.
I like Milwaukee. We gonna work it out.
They always trying to get that dude some help, man. He the most helpless player I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Like everywhere he went, he had a Hall of Fame team or a super team. Giannis won without no other Hall of Famer on his team.
Right.
You know,
or All-Star.
Right. You know, that's
it. Chris Middleton was an all-star.
My bad. Been an all-star before, but he ain't gonna be no Hall of Fame.
Come on, man.
He ain't gonna be no Hall of Famer,
so
but he has some dogs.
basically what we're saying is Giannis really, he never won. I mean, he won without having any other franchise player on his team. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James, he's had that luxury for pretty much all the teams he's been on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, and like if he'd have won the championship in like 06 and 07 when he went, that would have stood a long way, you know,
right?
Because he stayed where he did it in Cleveland. This is why people love Steph. Steph ain't never leave Golden State. He got all his in Golden State. Right where the team that drafted him. Yep. He's staying right there. He ain't bounce around the league, go ring hopping.
Right. Just like
I'm gonna stay right here and make it right where I'm at.
That's why Kobe said it. That's why Kobe said he didn't respect what LeBron did.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't like that. That's like like he said, he didn't like what KD did either. He didn't like
neither of them.
Him, Kobe nor Michael really they didn't like what LeBron did at all, because it's like it pretty much goes against everything they actually, went through. And you basically take on this saying, this adage of, if I can't beat him, I might as well join him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that damaged the relationship with Kobe and LeBron. I mean, the thing is that Kobe just was like, nah, I get mine the real way. And that's why LeBron was upset with Kobe, because he was like, man, like, he don't like me no more, but he cool with Carmelo. And I would always tick him off. Carmelo was like a brother to him. Now, he loved Melo, because Melo didn't join LeBron. He stayed over in Denver. And Kobe and him was like that, because they all bonded when they were on the team. They all bonded.
Him, Kyrie, and D Wade.
Kyrie, all of them, Wade, all of them. So Kobe really bonded with those guys, even Bron. And he was so cool with Bron and everything. And then once Bron didn't win in Cleveland and they lost to Orlando and all that stuff, and they were supposed to play in the NBA Finals, and Kobe told him, like, you blew it. You blew it.
You blew it 2 years in a row. You blew it 2 years in a row with
Y'all was supposed to meet us at the finals. They had the little puppets and all this.
Yeah,
I always hated
exactly. It's
that.
predestined for you to be in the finals. Not to mention that I ain't mean to cut
He
y'all, but
he
not
would
to
have got a
mention
loss
that
in the finals.
yeah, not to mention that LeBron was on that Cleveland team 2 years in a row when he lost to Orlando and then he lost to Boston. You had the best team. Your team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, had the best record in the NBA for 2 straight years. Not just in the Eastern Conference, but the best record in the NBA. And you couldn't get the job done.
Yeah, 60 wins. I'm like, dog, 60 wins. And they'd be, LeBron ain't had nobody. I'm like, they won 60 games. They number one in the.
You were 69. You were
Exactly.
69 and 8. What was it? 69 and 18 in 2009 or something like that. Then you were 61 and 20 and 21 in 2010.
I'm like,
I
dog,
don't want
y'all
to hear
number
any
one
excuses.
in the East. What more do y'all want? Y'all ain't even coming out the East. I'm like,
That's
I
what I'm
can see
saying.
y'all was going to the finals and winning the East. Y'all weren't even going to the finals.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, you weren't even winning the East. So y'all number one was fraudulent. LeBron ain't had no help. Always what that guy don't have. And
Don't
then
have.
right after he get help, it's
They
the
lose.
same narrative all over again.
And then you got the media out here recruiting players for him. Oh, who is the Lakers gonna get? Oh, the Lakers can make this trade, and I'm like, bro, what are they talking about?
But Kevin
I'm
Durant,
like,
oh my God, it's the worst thing in the world.
right.
Yeah. He can't win a championship without Steph Curry. I'm like, what?
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
Bro.
if Kyrie wouldn't have messed up his ankle, do you think they would have won that year against the Suns if they would have beat the Bucks?
If Kyrie didn't get hurt, I think they beat the Bucks.
Yeah.
I do think they beat the Bucks if
If
Kyrie
it
don't
was
get
the
hurt.
Suns,
And that would be Phoenix too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they would have beat Phoenix.
Yeah.
That'd be Phoenix in 5 games.
They'd have beat
Yeah.
Phoenix. Yeah. I mean, the thing about Phoenix is, and they complain that they was injured. Like, we were all banged up. Man, that was not. Y'all got banged up. Bobby Portis was tearing y'all up. Once Bobby P got in there, it was on. And
Man.
Bobby P got in there, and that's how I was like, man, I was
He's
done.
an X factor.
Bobby came off that bench. He wasn't even supposed to play that much.
Yeah.
He was just the guy coming off the bench, but Bobby was on fire. He brought them back.
Mm-hmm.
They were Bobby. I mean, it was like Rocky, man. Bobby Portis was lighting them up.
That's why he got that contract
Yep.
now. That's why I got the new contract right now.
Yeah, that's a dog, man.
Mm-hmm.
He continue to play the way he playing, he gonna be a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Bridges, everybody start fighting with each other, arguing over who's supposed to be where. I said, it's over.
They
And
done.
that's Chris Paul's fault because Chris Paul
Yep.
was getting everybody in line. And
Right.
after 2 games, he got old. They was
You
up
like
2
same
games
Chris
to
Paul.
none, and he got old. And they ain't even making 7 games. I'm like, you lost 4 straight.
And not to mention the fact that they barely utilized their big man. They barely got Aiden any touches.
Oh man.
And if you know, as a big man, you feeding the big man the ball. That's a confidence builder, man. If he doesn't get the ball, if he doesn't get any touches, then of course he's not going to work as hard as he would on defense.
Right.
Didn't Aiden play like 14 minutes in like what was that game 5 or game 6? Didn't he play like 14 minutes?
And he sat down.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
Chris Paul is a regular season point guard.
right.
Hey, like what's
And Devin Booker is a regular season shooting guard.
That's Cone, man. He's Cone.
I don't know, man. Kyrie did get them that championship though.
Oh,
I mean,
when
Cleveland,
he
yeah.
was playing with LeBron, man. Like he closed that game out, man. He's a closer.
Well, of course, he shot. Of course.
Yeah, because you playing against a team that's already they already fighting with each other. That's a LeBron team. It's already infighting on the team.
Right.
Every LeBron team is chaos. Every single one. So it's one common denominator. It's like where you bring this with you everywhere you go.
Yeah.
When he got there, the whole team sat on the other side of the bench.
Sure.
Hey, I gotta ask y'all a question real quick.
Like,
I gotta ask y'all
that dude.
I gotta ask y'all a question real quick. When did LeBron ever step up for his teammates? Especially now that you see Westbrook is going through this situation with the media and everything, do you ever see like LeBron coming out and taking defense of Russell Westbrook?
No.
Nope.
No.
Nah, you see him dogging
Yep.
Westbrook if anything.
Oh no,
So
they
how
don't hate
this?
each other. That it's on now. They used to be boys. Oh, Russ don't like him no more. it's
Oh,
on.
he unfollowed them and everything.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
It's on. like
it's
like
all.
it's been on. So that's the thing. It's once
Hey
he
man.
found out the truth, because that's what he was saying at his last media day told everything. He told it right there on his last media day. They was
They
like,
can.
man, everybody got your back. They've been supporting you. He was like, yeah, that's what they say.
Right.
Well, we know that
Those
ain't
two.
true. We
Those
know
two
that
can
ain't
never.
true.
Those two can never play on the floor together like successfully. Westbrook and
But
LeBron. They
we've
both.
been seeing this going on.
They.
We
You
Right,
see
know.
but
They
this
both.
happening
everybody
the
know
most
that
time.
because LeBron would have to alter his game, and he can't alter his game when you have no game to alter.
They both can't. They both can't.
Oh, you
They
have
both
no
can't
game.
play. They both can't play off the ball. You know.
Right.
Mm.
I mean, Russell Westbrook, he looked like he played a little bit better off the ball when he went to the Rockets. He actually
No,
started
because he
learning
was playing
towards the
with
end.
Bill Ballers. When he played with Bradley Bill, they struggled and then they got better.
Right.
Yep,
He played at Houston, they struggled at first, then they got better.
that's
Right.
They
true.
learned each other and they started playing and they got better. So when he played with the Rockets, defensively, they was on point.
Right.
Even James
Mhm.
Harden started playing defense. They was
Right.
all like, man, they D'ing up.
Why do
So
they do Westbrook like that though? Why do they disrespect him like that? You got rookies coming in the league talking about he get bricks. They don't even, this man got the most triple doubles in NBA history.
yeah.
That's.
Why do they
That's
like?
They
He's a
don't.
scapegoat.
They minimize it because they don't control the media. LeBron
Right.
owns his own media company, so if you own your own media and you could distribute who you want on the media, like ESPN, he got like 4 guys working for him and basically represented by his guys and his agency working there. So at
Like,
ESPN, so it's like
He
4
learned from
guys
Michael
there.
Jordan.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna start telling these narratives. Michael Jordan never had that privilege. Only thing he
No.
had was Lacey Banks here in Chicago. And what he would do is he just write all puff pieces about Michael.
Yep. And
You
he
know,
only
But
give
let me ask y'all.
exclusive interviews.
Ariati
to him.
stayed
Let me-
on his head.
Let me ask
Jay,
y'all a question.
yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question, yo. But like, who do y'all think killed that team in Houston, and who you think and who you think is more of a team killer, James Harden or Russell Westbrook?
James Harden.
The thing is, James Harden, it's not that he's a team killer, it's just that he doesn't in the
He wasn't
playoffs, he just don't bring it.
He doesn't have that
Right.
extra motor.
Yeah.
right.
He doesn't care. He don't have that desire to be a world champion. He really don't.
No, he don't.
James don't care about that. Like he got his
What-
like 10,000 point or whatever. They was gonna give him the basketball. They was like, "Yeah, you want the ball?" He's like, "No, I don't want the ball."
Right.
It was
He always played for himself.
He was like, "I don't care about that. It's just a basketball." So he just didn't care. He was like, "Okay, well, yeah." Well, he thought he was
Exactly.
the ball or something. He didn't even want it. James,
Shit.
He's always been like that. He was like that at ASU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I
But
believe
my,
it.
my thing is, it's just like every time in the second round, you see even the 2020 when the bubble, whatever like that, when they lost, his motor was just like his whole expression, his whole body demeanor was like, oh yeah, we lost. It doesn't matter. Then what was it like the next week or a couple of days later? He was partying with Little Baby, just like this
Man.
past recent when he lost. He went to go and party with Little Baby, went to the club and everything, living it up. I'm like,
James
bro.
Harden would never ever say he had a foreign time when he was in the league.
Right.
Oh,
If he
shit.
got
I
in the
wouldn't want to
league,
play with nobody like that, man.
it's nothing but food, partying, and hoes. That's all.
Yep. And putting
And
girls
plus-
on salary.
And plus, dude travel every time, man. I'm sorry. That shit.
Three
Who,
Oh, yeah, he
James?
definitely does.
Three steps.
Yeah, James Harden.
Well, if he traveled, then I don't even want to talk about Bron.
No,
Oh,
that's the
yeah,
king. That's the travel, the flop, everything, man.
Man, that's 3-step, 4-step, cha James.
Oh, for sure.
Offensive five. Throw the
I
offensive
think-
foul in
He
there.
turned a blind eye to that.
James don't do it as like he don't travel as much anymore.
No,
Like,
Cha-Cha James.
Luka was walking on like that that step back with Luka was doing some. Yo, they could
Yeah,
have. They could have
the
called that trap.
NBA has allowed that because they need more European players in the league. You know how many European players in the league now? Look at this past draft. You got more players, more European players are coming.
Luka was wilding. He was like taking 2 steps back.
Yeah. Why do you think Joker got MVP 2 years in a row?
Right. To motivate the European players to step it up.
Well, yeah, to showcase.
If he could do it, I could do it.
They're focused on making this a international game. That they're trying to even expand to the fact where they're going to have many tournaments in like Paris, France, and England.
Oh,
yeah, to have them do that. This was all before COVID hit. This was all in motion. This was already going down in motion.
They was talking about making a team in Mexico.
Yeah, they talking about making a team in Mexico. They want to.
That was before the pandemic.
Man, do you think, man, you good luck getting all the players that can be like, I'm sick, I can't go to Mexico. Right. Cartel would have been in hijack. Like, look, we're gonna hold. You want LeBron James to play tonight?
Nah, LeBron be in on it. That'd be the
yeah, look, man, I'll give y'all tequila, I'll give y'all discount and let me play, man.
Can we talk about this dude Kendrick Perkins, man? How dude, man, that is an embarrassment to basketball.
He's still getting his information from Ball Sack Sport.
Man, come on, man.
That man love that site.
At least when Stephen A. started, he was at least doing some research. But this dude, Kendrick Perkins, just run with anything that's in the wind.
Right. I should make up an article and tag him in it.
Yeah, and he'll probably run with it.
Right.
LeBron said
Steph Curry says he's going to pay the rent of all his teammates that used to play on his team. Man, see, that's why I like Steph Curry, because he said he going to pay the rent of all. I be dying laughing. I be watching like,
man.
Yo,
I can't
Stephanie, I said, what? You know, I wonder why my old teammates would be up with it. I say that because I drunk.
Precious be on point, bro.
I mean, I guess I understand how he got his job because obviously LeBron got him his job, but this dude, man, was never somebody that was like somebody you had to watch out for while in the Boston Celtics. I don't get it, man.
He made more mistakes than scoring.
I mean, he was not. I mean, the thing was though, when he was healthy, he was a good person to help get some rebounds. You know,
right?
You know, he had some skills when he was in high school and college. He had the potential to really be something. But once he got into the NBA and he started to fit in there, he was the guy who could battle for the board, get rebounds, and protect the guy on the court. Like he was an enforcer, but Oakley has some basketball ability. This guy really just digressed so much.
Man.
It was terrible. Kevin Durant wanted to choke him so much.
Oh my God. The way Kevin Durant would look at it when he would mess up was like, man, why is this dude here, man?
Exactly, because I mean, this did an airball dunk. I've never seen that.
When he passed the ball back to Kobe,
yeah, he used to do the most dumbest plays, man.
Give me the ball. He was ready to play. Like, nah, I got this.
Yeah, I got this, man.
Yeah, when he tried to bring the ball up,
threw that ball out of bounds. God damn it. Like, why in the world am I forced to play with this?
Man.
You talking about Westbrook?
No, he's talking about Kendrick Perkins.
Perkins, when he tried to bring up the ball and pass the ball down the low and then he threw it out of bounds.
Look, coach, it's gonna catch them off guard if I bring the ball up. They ain't gonna expect that. Like,
yo,
you're right. People expect it, but damn, I nobody. So
man.
That's
Nick Collison was a better big man than him.
Half court, please.
Nah, but this man JaVale McGee, he smartened up. He wasn't. He was doing some dumb stuff as well too. But he kind of,
I just think they were highlighting him.
No, JaVale McGee will it's some screws loose, but he ain't all the way there. Like his brother one team way better at basketball than he was.
Oh, for sure.
But his problem was he can't, the game was moving a little too fast.
Right.
And so he would just do some of the dumbest things you ever seen. When they go to show JaVale McGee once again, I was like, yeah, it was definitely on point.
Yeah.
The thing is that when you play with a team that's winning and they have a system and you only have a role to play, and it makes the game easier for you. So when he went to Golden State, that's what changed everything around for him. Now he got a whole new narrative, just like Wiggins. Wiggins went there and he adjusted his game good. I ain't got to be the star. Great. He was on Minnesota. He was supposed to be the 1 and the 2. He was either the 1 or the 2.
But Wiggins
was the main guy, and then Jimmy Butler showed him he wasn't nothing.
The way Wiggins played, he never played like a star. He always played like that second or third guy that was going to get you 18 to 20 every night.
They paid him as the guy that was going to be scoring 25.
Right.
Because he had that great first season and he was scoring all the points.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went from there. Okay, somebody digging for something. I'm like,
somebody doing dishes.
Oh my bad.
Put
yourself on mute.
I'll be like, hey man,
you gotta meet yourself if you're doing that.
Don't go hurt him.
I'm like, damn, somebody going hard with the dishes.
Like he was Michael Myers. My man was trying to find a play. Like I'll take care of and I'll be right back. This is today.
Hey, y'all appreciate you, Cino. Appreciate y'all on the panel.
I appreciate
y'all take it easy, man.
Nice talking to you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, man.
HD.
HD just showed up. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on
You
with
not
y'all?
rocking with your boo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just got breaking news, man. Fournier signing a 10-year deal with the Knicks.
He's back with the Orlando Magic.
He signed with the New York Knicks.
Man. I'm glad you got your franchise player, your mentor back.
Yeah.
Well, you know the New York Knicks can't get nobody, so they said we'll just settle for Fournier.
Oh hell no.
we gonna see y'all screw up them picks anyway, so y'all might as well just trade them off for Mitchell.
I mean, listen, they've been doing pretty good with the picks. I can't lie,
Yeah,
we got
you
Quickly,
a
we
New
got
Yorker.
Obi Toppin.
You in New
Obi
York? You know
Toppin.
how I know you a New Yorker because y'all still say Jay-Z Dynasty album is a classic. So I know you.
Ooh, not this New Yorker. That's LB New York. That's LB. Whoa.
Okay.
You know I don't.
It has some
Okay.
jokes, but it's not a
They got a
classic.
couple joints.
Man, look, man, that album is mediocre.
Okay. So yeah, y'all talk about bum. Y'all talking about bum James, man. Everybody in their feelings in the chat.
Yeah,
Is that what it is? I mean,
they talking about Kevin Durant can't win without Steph Curry. I'm like, well, LeBron ain't won without a Hall of Fame on his team. He got all these future Hall of Famers on his team. What are y'all talking about?
How many top 75 he has on the Lakers?
But this what I've always said, not to cut you off, Outlaw, my bad. But this is what I've been saying. This is what I've been saying forever and everything is that you can never there's no player that won by themselves. You either win by either going as a free agent on the team or you win because you was brought in, drafted to that team. So they made all these rules because Kevin Durant started whooping LeBron ass when he went to Golden State. So they started changing all these narratives, and you got to stay with this team, and you got to stay. Man, that's BS. Because other players back in the day did the same thing. So are we going to take away Mark Aguirre's ring because he went to the Pistons? He didn't start off on the team he played for to win the championship. So we going to take away his credit, or we going to take away the credit of
Dennis Rodman?
Oh yeah,
Michael Jordan had Scotty. I don't view Scotty as anything, but they put him in the top 10.
Right. Yeah, my thing is,
so
everybody
thinks
he's a good player.
Giannis is the only one. Giannis, and I would say probably Kawhi. But the thing is, Kawhi, I don't think if KD was healthy, he would have got that ring. But if KD and Clay, I don't think they would have got that ring. But still, they got it. But they didn't have a perennial Hall of Famer player on the team. They had a complimentary player because Middleton played a big role right along with Bobby Portis. So, it is what it is. But for all our viewing pleasure, here it is.
Man, that's the best one, the last one. Oh, man.
Oh man, let's go back to Perk.
Let's go down again.
Man, KD, man. Oh my God. Getting up there, man.
Yeah.
Look at this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Oh, bro, that was the worst one. That was the worst
I thought it was Magic Johnson.
Oh yeah, this the
one we got.
Oh man, it's hilarious. Oh yeah, here we go. Go to Perk. 1, 2, 3, 4.
God damn.
5, 6, 7. And look, no whistle call. Look at her. Get the ball. What the
God damn.
Look at Gentry like, why the hell I got
Oh Lord. Well, this straight.
Did that go off his face?
This straight Looney.
It definitely did.
Face.
This is
This
Looney.
man Perkins, man.
Kendrick Perkins. Oh, this is the invisible pick. Ain't nobody even there. He's picking nobody.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
It is.
How did this dude make it to the league?
Dang.
There's people in the park that play better than him.
Look at that.
God damn.
That dude, bro.
I could.
Oh yeah, this was him and Drake.
I could go find a cracker that would play better than.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, man, that was great.
Now he's a commentator.
Right.
That's the guy that knows it all.
God
But he can't
damn.
say.
That must threw the ball. I mean, when he threw the ball,
But he can't say he's anyone.
just threw it.
You know
Oh
that.
my goodness.
Oh.
You know
Kevin Durant should
that.
just post that on his story every time he talks about him.
Yeah.
That's
man.
great.
All right, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, man.
All
All right, y'all.
Same here, man. Great live stream, man.
Everybody be safe.
Yeah, we did an afternoon live stream. Can you believe that?
I know.
No.